Hey, what's up guys, it's Navel Paul from Fashion Develops. In this tutorial we're going to talk about mixins. In recent years, HTML has made great strides towards become more semantic. Tags like aside, articles, head, and nav enforce the meaning of content rather than its layout. Unfortunately, the same isn't true of CSS. Defining classes like .float left, row, and col is better than redefining float properties for every HTML tags, but they are hardly adds to the meaning of HTML. There are CSS frameworks around they trying to address problems like semantic UI. Sass provide another way via mixins directive. Mixins are primarily used to provide non-semantic styling, but they can contain any valid CSS or sass or scsss syntax. So I'm just going to write this code and how to use mixins in your sass file, and while using mixins you are going to include the file by a keyword known as include. So guys, let us proceed. So I'll type in npm so in this case I'm going to create a new file or a folder known as min functions. Since mixing is also almost the same as functions, so I'll just type in function and I want to create a new file known as mixins. We just call it like that .scss. So in the mixin.scss, if you want to create any mixin, you just type in mixin followed by the name you want to call it. Like, let me just call it translate. So in the translate you can take parameters, so translate I'll take 2 parameters, so I'll just write in x and y. So after that, just going to type in WebKit transform, then I'll write in translate x and y. Then I'll do this to the entire, which I'll write in mouse. And this other one we call it ms. So, and lastly transform alone. So I'll save this one and then I come to my .css. I append I import my mixin. So I'll use import keyword, then functions, then mixins. And in our previous tutorial we handled on how to import SCSS files that got underscore, so this is correct. So I'll just close it, then I'll just use this div here, container, and I'll write my code container width 20 pixel. Okay, I'll just use 100% or 80%. Height 300 or 50 VH, and margin outer, background silver, then we do this. So what we are going to is the transform is this, so we just write up 50 VH with 60% and position relative. Okay, position it will be absolute, so here position will be relative. We want this box to be translated inside our container. So top, we give it 50%, left we give it 50%. Then we are going to use this function we created in our mixing file. This handles all transform that will be supported in all browsers, so I'll just use include keyword, then I'll call in my translate function, which is this. Then after that I'll just pass in now my parameters that I want to use, which is negative 50% and negative 50%. So, and that's all. When I save my file and come to my CSS, you'll find all these handled perfectly, so you won't repeat yourself like every time you repeat yourself. So this function will make your work easier by just writing a code which is compatible to all browsers by just including these code. So let us check. Okay, let's give it a background of white. Save. Okay, then let us check. As you can see here, we've transformed our box negative 50% top and negative 50% left. So that's how you can use mixing, and you can use mixing